The work has been done and the buzz is gone, baby, I'm on my way to you. Friday night, I missed your embrace of the lonely days, there are so many kisses due. Friday night.
Welcome to Friday Night Fun. I am in on the snow. Please say hi in the live chat. Don't be shy. Thank you for joining me. I am really looking forward to this time where we can get to know each other a little better. Tonight, I want to answer some more questions for you. And I would love for you to answer with your own responses in the live chat. If you are watching this later, please feel free to leave it in the comment section too. I would love to get to know you and look forward to chatting with you. So, like I said, don't be shy. I'm going to go ahead and rearrange my furniture here. Grab a seat, and I will be with you in just a beat. So, like I said, I want to answer some more questions for you this evening. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer on a video, please get them to me somehow, whether it is in the live chat or in the comments or emailed or on Facebook. Let me know what you want to know. In the meantime, I have some questions here that I'm going to answer tonight. Like I said, please answer in the live chat so that I can get to know you as well. Question number one. What is your favorite music genre? For me, that is a hard question to answer because I love music and what I listen to depends on what mood I am in. I have always really loved music, if you can't tell by the music notes tattooed behind my ear. I started singing at a really early age. My parents had me start to play piano when I was really young, and then I picked up guitar, and I've always been very interested in making my own music. So, music is a really important part of my life. Unfortunately, the mainstream music that we are given is just mere noise, black magic spells on the masses. But during the golden age, we can actually have real music. I really want to be able to write some love songs, especially doing a male and female duet of a love song. That would make me really happy. I really love love songs of any type of genre and any music that I can sing to, any music with really good, actual instrumentals, not the modern day computer noise that they make. I actually like real talent, people that can actually sing, actually play an instrument, not just those that we see in the mainstream. And, well, the mainstream media is full of satanic flesh puppets, so ultimately, behind the mask of all of these famous singers that we're seeing, it is ultimately Satan. Satan is a very gifted musician, but his music ultimately is designed to corrupt humans and turn us into clowns. So, music definitely will change during the golden age, and I'm really excited about that. I still play guitar, and I am working on my own music and other sets of, covers and songs that I have put together myself for my future full moon events. So I am really looking forward to that. When it comes to my favorite genre of music, it would have to depend on my mood and how I'm feeling. So Yeah, it's a hard question to answer. How about you? Number 2, what do you value in a friendship? Well, to me, it is a little bit different than most people. I grew up with, around a lot of people who basically wanted to be friends with everybody and would tell you what you want to hear just so that they can be your friend, right? And although I've always been quite popular, having real, true friends that I can actually trust has been a struggle to find. My parents actually, when I was growing up, they never really had, friends coming over. They never really went to hang out with friends, so it was never really like a big deal to me. I didn't really find that having, all of these friends would be an important part of my life necessarily. Like, caskets don't come with bunk beds. And that's not to say that I don't want friendships. I do want friendships, and I appreciate getting to build relationships with you. But when it comes to what I find, valuable in a friend, it's going to be somebody that is ultimately on the same path as me, who wants to push me towards a purification and become the best version of myself possible. And unfortunately, those kinds of people are few and far between. I'm thankful that we have such a great community on YouTube, on Facebook, of truthers. We all are believing the same things and awakening. And it's great to connect with people like that. But when it comes down to, friendships, I think that it's more than just a shallow thing. It's someone that will go out of their way to help you. And, well, ultimately, over time, I have come to realize that my mom is ultimately my best gal friend because she wants what's best for me. She is always going to love me. There's not going to be any, jealousy issues getting in between us or corrupting the relationship. Your mom ultimately is the one who, no matter what happens to you, is going to have your back. Unless, unfortunately, she is broken, in which case I am sorry if that is the predicament that you find yourself in. This world that we live in is designed to crush humans down and break the bond between mother and child. Thankfully, my mom is very connected. She, I call her every week and we get to talk, and I'm really appreciative for the mom and the dad that I have. They have been very good to me, and ultimately my mom is my best friend. So, that's what I value in a friendship. Someone that is going to tell you the truth no matter what. If you're participating in corrupting behaviors, they don't just keep quiet so that you can keep living in these destructive patterns. They actually say something. They say, what you're doing, I see it as a very destructive behavior, and I care about you enough to risk you getting mad at me for me telling you the truth. Because ultimately, I have to live with myself at the end of my days, and if I don't speak up and say something, then I'm going to be kicking myself. I could be the one that, says what it takes to fix the situation, to help you see that what you're doing is destructive. So I think that a good friend will, speak the truth, even if it risks the friendships. And a good friend will defend you. There are a lot of people, especially online, who want to attack me in various ways, and something that I value in a friendship is someone that will go in and defend me no matter what. So, yes. Unfortunately, good friends are few and far between, but when you find them, when you find someone's people that are on the same path as you, real humans, it is important for us to cling to them, to stick together, and, despite our differences, come together for the common goal that we have. I know that, being in Mount Shasta, there are a handful of people that are on the same path as me, while the rest, see me as problematic because I go against what the social, what construct is in this area. I'm going to speak the truth no matter what, and that tends to make people upset, especially if they promote degeneracy, because I really can't stand that. So, obviously, I would want a friend that is also feeling the same way and wants to purify and become the best version of themselves possible, because that's how I am too. If I see something that you're doing that's wrong, I need to be able to tell you, and well, that is more important than ultimately, anything. So, yeah, keeping each other accountable is something that friends should be able to do. All right, let's move on. Number 3 is a little bit more lighthearted. Number 3 is beer or coffee. I don't know about you, but I have to say no to either of those. I prefer vegan champagne and hot tea. I've liked hot tea ever since I was really little. Obviously, when you're growing up, most people like hot chocolate, and for a while I would drink that, but then I started to want hot tea, and now I still drink it. I think it's the inner queen coming out. So, there's that. And obviously, whenever I go out, I usually drink either vegan wine or a champagne mimosa. I would probably prefer a really good champagne over anything. One glass and you can feel really light and bubbly. I know that some people are against alcohol completely. I think that it is a tool that can be used for good or evil, and during the golden age, beer, wine, and champagne, as long as it's vegan, will definitely be allowed. People want to be able to de-stress, well, I was going to say de-stress, but during the golden age, it's not a stressful situation. But if you want to have a party and kick back and relax, you should be able to do that, and we should have the most pure of the alcohols, to be able to enjoy ourselves. Liquor is off the table. That just leads to, bad timelines, people fighting, and drama. It's just unnecessary completely. But alcohol can be used for good or evil, and yeah. So I prefer a nice glass of champagne with some freshly squeezed mandarin juice. I'm going to have some of that later. So we will stick around for that, hopefully. Number 4. Who would you want with you if you were stranded on a deserted island? Well, I'm kind of giggling because I'm thinking of my family, and as much as I love my family, they are not hardcore vegans like me. The first requirement that I would want for the person that was stranded with me, well, I would prefer male, obviously. And he'd have to be a diehard vegan, not willing to go non-vegan. He has to be able to stand in his morals, and no matter what the situation is, I'm not going to hurt an animal, even if it's, the other alternative is me going without food for a day. So, yeah, he'd have to be vegan, and obviously it would be nice if he could hold a conversation, and, actually, it would be even better if he was smart enough to help me get off the island, okay? So that's what it is, a vegan man who is smart enough to get me off of the deserted island. Unless we're going to, just build a castle and start a family there. That would sound nice. I don't know. I would like to start a family, and being away from the outside world isn't the worst idea ever, especially if it continues towards the satanic new world order that is anti-human. That's when I'd want to be on a deserted island with a man where we can start our own family and have our own little private island to ourselves while the rest of the world is in chaos and darkness. But Preferably, we stop the New World Order and move into the Golden Age and create a paradise all over Mother Earth. These resources that she provides for us freely should be enjoyed by us freely, consumed by us freely, used by us freely to get the things that we need, whether it's food or water or shelter or clothing. All of these things are provided for us for free, so we should enjoy them for free, and that is something that I am pushing for the Golden Age. Hopefully your soul came here to make a difference, to make a golden age and stand beside me in battle against these forces of darkness that are against humanity. So, who would I want with me if I was stranded on a deserted island? An intelligent vegan man. I don't know. No one specifically comes to mind. I'm not really interested in dating or falling in love anytime soon. Been there, done that. It's not turned out the way that I wanted. And right now I need to make sure that I focus on doing what I am doing, having this date night experience with you, making it possible, and trust that guys would be way too jealous if I was in a relationship to let me do any of this. So, yeah, I need to focus on the golden age now and then focus on the relationship and falling in love and stuff later when the world is not in this condition. So, there's a time for everything, and right now it is a time to prepare for war. And number 5, what were your feelings upon waking up, and how are they different from what you feel now? Well, when I started to awaken, obviously, you're finding out that there are all of these evil entities in position of power. There are forces of darkness in high places. They are farming humanity, and you can be really angry and depressed at the situation that you find yourself in. You can feel very alone, and like nobody understands what you're going through because, well, usually you're waking up alone. Most relationships don't survive the awakening process. If yours did, congratulations. If you woke up with the person that you're with, congratulations. But most of us, that wasn't the case. It has broken up dating relationships, marriages, families, all of these things have fallen apart because of people waking up and finding the truth of our reality, and that's understandable. Those relationships that you got into, your marriage, the promise that you made to somebody was based on a reality that wasn't true. And so when you find out that everything was a lie, you find out that your soul came here for a different purpose, things change and relationships fall apart. That happened to me and many others. So you are not alone in that. We're not alone in any of this. People all over Mother Earth are waking up, have been going through the awakening process for years. It's great to connect with you on YouTube and on Facebook and other social media platforms. But yeah, all of these negative feelings come about, and at the time I was, thinking that I was put on this earth by God to do something special. And growing up, my mom would always tell me that, like, God's going to use you to do such great things, and I can't wait to see what you do. So I was going through the awakening process thinking that God sent me here. It's His will that I'm here. Not anything to do with what my own soul chose. As opposed to now, when I'm saying, my soul consented to going through this, I knew that I was going to be deceived and corrupted and turned ultimately into a clown, because that's what Satan does. And I consented to it. I came in here for a reason. So that is one major thing that has changed and brought a whole different perspective to the situation. And especially, you know, knowing that there are other species that farm humans, and obviously that being making you feel one way at the beginning, but now, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are reptilians and Akash that do evil to humans, like the torture, the hunting, they do a lot of evil. But now, obviously, that I'm vegan, I see that humans also do a lot of evil to other species. We farm other species, we rape them into existence just so that we can consume their flesh and soul. Like, that is psychotic and evil. So, all of the species that are under the dome ultimately have free will and are capable of doing evil. The Nakash are obligate carnivores. So, yes, while they do have to eat humans, well, I mean, they have to eat meat. Humans is their favorite type of meat. They don't have to do the torturing and hunting and terrorizing that is done. Humans do the same types of things to other animals. They will use their body parts for shoes. So anytime I come across truthers that are talking about the Red Shoe Club and adrenochrome, well, you have to understand that these are non-humans doing this stuff to humans just as humans do it to other animals. So do you have leather shoes on? Do you have the flesh, the skin of a baby on your feet while you are trying to judge somebody else for having the flesh of a baby on their feet? You know what I'm saying? So you have to get yourself in line and purify yourself before you can even judge these things righteously. Otherwise, you're just a hypocrite. You have a dead baby on your feet while you're yelling at somebody else for having a dead baby on theirs. Like, you're a hypocrite. So, a lot of things have changed since I first have woken up. I understand how these species that rule over humans can karmically do so by our actions. We consent to this happening ultimately, and our actions, when we farm other animals, we give them karmic room to farm us. So in order to actually change this world that we are living in, to create a golden age, we have to start with our daily actions. I know that it is not the easiest for some people to go vegan. If you need to take baby steps, please do. I have said before that people who need to take those baby steps and cut out one thing at a time, please cut out pork first. I wanted to show you this video really quick here that is going around on Facebook showing different parasites coming out of pork. It's really disgusting, but you really need to know what you are putting into your body. If you are putting these parasites into your body, even if it's cooked, you know, you're eating cooked parasites. That's disgusting. But there is going to be, kind of already is, a push to have humans consuming raw flesh. And well, if you are eating these raw parasites, they can go in and attach to you and live off of your life force energy. It's absolutely vile. So, okay, let's watch this pork parasite video.
And a Pepsi, yeah.
And what's it gonna do?
It actually reveals if there's parasites in pork.
Parasites?
Yeah, you have to cook pork so carefully because of this issue.
And then what?
Keep an eye. Well, you can actually see right here, some little pops are coming up.
There are little things coming up. That's not... Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, except for they go way bigger. Like, they'll crawl their way out. This, I've never seen it start going this fast, but they're starting right there to pop out.
Oh, they are starting. What are those?
Parasites.
No.
Yeah, this is why you can't eat uncooked pork. For real.
Let me see that thing. And there's little... What is that there?
See? Yeah, look, let it go.
That's a parasite?
That is a parasite.
I don't know.
Here, I need to put more on it.
And how much...
Oh, big one's coming. Look at right there. You can see it starting to wiggle its way out.
I don't think I'm convinced.
What do you mean?
I think that's like little bits of fat or something.
I promise you it's not fat. The longer we have it in there, the more they don't like the habitat that's going on. And they'll start to come out, like these are clearly just babies.
These are babies?
Babies. I've seen them like get this long.
How long does it take?
Not very long usually. Like this is coming out fast. Like these little ones are coming out really fast. And this is
one
fresh.
here?
Like look, this is fresh. You can't see that here. This is fresh. Got it today.
And then, are you expecting more?
Yeah, I guarantee you there'll be way more in here. Here, I'm gonna put fresh soda in it. You can actually see them, like the heads of them popping through. It's so gross.
Oh.
Look, you can see them starting to crawl their way out.
This one's moving.
Oh my gosh.
Gross.
Ah.
Oh!
Disgusting. I am never eating pork again.
Oh my gosh, that is so disgusting. Ew. I can't believe that I ever ate that. Like, the best decision in my life was to go vegan, and I'm only sad that I didn't do it quicker. Like, that is really disgusting. So, please, if you need to take baby steps to get from where you are to where you want to be, where your soul wants to be, where you are the best version of yourself possible, where you are aging slowly, you are sexy and young and vibrant, youthful for a long period of time, ultimately where you can live years, hundreds of years. Like, you need to purify yourself. So please cut out anything that has to do with pig. Bacon specifically is the closest thing that you can eat to eating human flesh. So please just stop. Stop being a clown. Take the steps that you need to get to be where you are trying to go and become the best you that you can be. Ultimately, by you and me becoming the best that we can be, we will infect those around us to become better. They will, by us planting seeds, want to become the best versions of themselves possible, and that is how we change the world. If we want to live in a golden age, we're going to have to do unto others as we want done to us. If we don't want to be enslaved by other species, we have to stop enslaving other species. It's really as simple as that. So, I hope that you are inspired to become a better version of yourself. And, I hope that you are seeking the purpose that your soul came here for. We are currently going through some dark times, and unfortunately, even darker times are planned for us, and knowing that our souls came here for a reason, that we chose to come here, is really important to help us get through the trials ahead. So I hope that you are purifying yourself, cutting out fluoride from your diet, and figuring out why your soul came here so that you can do what you came here to accomplish. So, that was a long story long for what were your feelings upon waking up, and how are they different from what you feel now? This whole awakening journey is a process, and I find that I keep coming back to things and finding different meanings of things and questioning the things that I already thought that I knew. And it's just a really exciting time to be alive, where we can find all of these truths coming to light and stop being clowns. Ultimately, we find what we are being influenced to do by these anti-human forces, and then stop it. We can purify ourselves and change our world, change the world around us, and make a golden age. So if there are any questions that you have for me, I would love to answer them on video. Please leave them in the live chat, comment them afterwards, or get a hold of me on Facebook or my email at inanasnow@hotmail.com. And I look forward to getting to know you more. So please join me for Friday night fun at 10 p.m. this evening, and we will get to chat more. In the meantime, I will be on Facebook. I will post the link here in the chat for you to join me on that, and we'll be back here again at 10. So I look forward to catching up with you then. May God and the Goddess bless you.
The work has been done and the buzz is gone, baby, I'm on my way.